some mud, that's for sure.
Ice. It's ice.
Oh.
We're breaking ice in big potholes on Highway 6-50 outside of Green River.
Nice.
And around noon,
yeah,
you said, what are we going to do tomorrow?
Right. I said, you have the day off. It's Veterans Day.
Let's go do something.
Yep.
So we negotiated. And ultimately, both agreed that Green River was the place to be this week. And
it's at least 10 degrees warmer than some of the other areas in Utah today.
Yeah, 10 degrees warmer. So we were hoping for about 50-degree weather for rock hounding in Utah. We love that temperature for rock hounding here. It's going to be a little colder than that. So if you look in the back, you'll see about 15 jackets and a couple of hoodies. We've got gloves under the seat. And we're headed east of, and we're going to go to a place near Ruby Ranch. And I think today we're looking for petrified wood and agate, and we've got something kind of new planned today.
I'm excited to try out your new Christmas present. That's early.
I thought that was my birthday gift. I'm still waiting to figure out what you're giving me for Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
Right.
It might be Christmas and birthday. I haven't heard the price tag on it. So.
It's like it was.
We won't discuss that.
It was $200,000.
Oh, okay. No, it's
so yeah, right.
So we have a great view. And tell us about the geology a little bit, would you?
I have no idea.
We're going to have to do some looking up.
I do know a little bit. So
you do.
Mostly this area is, I want to say, Triassic, Jurassic, Cretaceous kind of area that is exposed. It's interesting, and I didn't know this. There's a lake that came down from Canada and covered this area, or maybe just north of this area. I'm still trying to figure out the areas. And it was like in the last 200 million years till about 60 million years ago. And I think the lake was called Lake Sundance or Sundance Lake. And so there's this great big lake. It was in and out. And it's interesting because one of the things I think I'm learning is that anytime you build a mountain range, you build a basin next to it. So there's something about pushing up one area that dips down the next area. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to be in some areas that were both mountain and then basin. And so I don't know what comes from what yet. I'm still trying to learn that. But we should be in some areas that have fossils in it. And I don't know if they're fossils from this Lake Sundance. I don't know if it's fossils from the Pacific Ocean, but I don't think it is. I think it's this Lake Sundance that if we see exposed fossils, that's where they would have come from.
All right.
But that, yeah, who knows? With more time, hopefully I'll be able to figure that out a little more.
And then what do we expect to find today?
I think you said you wanted to find petrified wood and agate today.
Yeah.
I just kind of randomly chose a place and drove to it. I don't remember what we're going towards. I'm pretty sure there's agate.
Usually is, it seems like, in this area.
Yeah, in this area there's a lot of agate. I don't remember if this is where there's the pigeon's blood agate, which is this deep red agate.
Right.
We see a lot of deep red agate in other places. I don't know if this is different because it has some of the white chalcedony that it's with, or if it's more like some of the deep red agate that we find down in the Hurricane Cliffs by Cedar City.
Right.
Or Agate Hill has some of that deep red agate south of Panguitch. We'll see.
All right. I'm excited to see what we find.
Me too.
All right, we kept coming down that road. I'm getting a little nervous. Somebody has a new toy and it's staring at me. Taking video of each other here. So Kent is learning how to use his new drone on our first stop here today, just south of Green River. You can hear it above me a little bit. So far, it seems like it's going to be pretty fun. It's straight over me right now. I guess it shouldn't make me too nervous. So we stopped to try out the drone and check out this hill. We were wondering if there were some shells maybe that were in these rocks. I'm just not finding much here so far, so this has been a good place to stop and try out the drone. And hopefully he's getting some good video of the surrounding area, because it's really pretty off in the distance with the different mountains that we can see. A little bit muddy today, but otherwise it feels pretty good with the sun shining. It's really nice. All right, we'll play around with the drone for a few more minutes, see how that goes. So far, so good. Alright, so this is our second stop.
What'd you find?
Why did we have to stop? Because this is so sparkly and pretty. I just had to look at. But isn't it? Can you catch that on the? It's amazing. I found a small piece of jasper. It's pretty.
That's gorgeous. It reminds me a little bit of
Let me guess, you found one too?
that one a little bit.
Yeah.
Except for I think that one is more of a quartz.
Yeah.
Yours is better. I'll throw mine out. Did you find a little piece of agate too?
Yes.
Because I thought this one was interesting, but I don't think it's agate.
Yeah, it's quartz.
It's just a
probably,
quartz. It's got an interesting bilayer in it though. But the bottom is this linear crystals. It's so fascinating. Oh yeah, I would
Agate.
say that's agate.
Isn't that pretty?
Wow, what a pretty piece.
I really like the shades in there. It's so pretty.
And then I found, I think, one that looks like yours. A little more like yours, but I think it is the jasper. See how smooth that edge is?
Yep. Looks like it. Yeah, it's that very yellow jasper that you find.
There's an interesting break, though, too. That surface is so smooth.
Yeah, it's like it was cut.
What are we doing?
Well, we went off the road that we were following, but it's so worth it. This is so pretty. These sand dunes, I didn't know they were here.
So this is kind of cool.
Whitewashed sand dunes.
Yeah. One of the things up there is that designated route in the middle column on the left-hand panel. Crystal Geyser. With a little luck, we'll put some information in the video about Crystal Geyser. There's some fascinating stuff out in this area.
That would be so cool to see.
Yeah, maybe we do need a Jeep. Need is such a big word. And you can see out here the dunes. We looked at those from over that way on the other side of those trucks and up higher. And in the very, very background, we might be able to see, not really in the camera, but just barely peeking out over the middle there. I think those are the La Salle Mountains. And there's some sand dunes down in this area. If you're listening closely over the breathing of my very closed off nose,
you can hear the birds.
You can hear the birds, and you might also hear some motorcycles or off-highway vehicles in the background.
Looks like a fun place.
Yeah, this looks like a lot of fun. I'd be interested in going to that Crystal Spires.
Oh, yeah, there's some.
Or Crystal Springs?
Crystal Geyser.
Crystal Geyser.
And then there's a secret spire.
Yeah, we'll see if we can add some video on that. But the Henry Mounds are just right. There's Bart. Bart, say hi. Down that direction, I think the Henrys are hidden from us. But we're looking, well, maybe not. That might be the Henrys right there. Although I think it might be the Abajos, and the Henrys, I think, are over this way. And then down that way, my goodness, I wish I was better at geology and geography. But this is just really cool. Okay, so we got a little bit lost.
It was intentional.
And we think that we're supposed to be headed down that way, but we stopped because we decided to just take a different road. Let's see if you can.
We wanted the view too.
I'm going to put that way and see if we can see through it. Not bad, not bad.
Pretty.
I found a little piece just a second ago. So anyway, Stephanie said, hey, I think there's agate out here. And I said, you think? So let's see if I can get this to show in the sun. Wow, that's
I love
pretty.
the color of the jasper that's with the agate too. That really deep red with the mustardy yellow. That's so pretty.
Oh, those are great.
Yeah. Okay, back to finding stuff.
Looks like it's quite a bit here.
Cool. Agate and jasper together.
It's kind of like difficult because I don't think we have a way to show how much agate there is on the ground here. It's just all over. Yeah, every.
It has Jersey.
Does it?
Yes, look. Are you still videoing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's so pretty. Look at the Jersey pocket.
Oh, wow.
Can you see it?
Yes.
You found a really gorgeous piece.
I kind of like the way the sun came through that too.
Yeah.
And Thompson Ranch, which is, or not Thompson Ranch, but Ruby Ranch, you can see some of the farming with Ruby Ranch out here, the green. Looks like, I think those are the abacos. You can barely see them peeking up over what I think is the north end of, somewhere through here, and maybe it's further that way. But I think it's this way. We're on the north end of Arches. To the west, that direction, we can see some of the flatirons that are the, I want to say the east edge of the San Rafael Swell. And boy, it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous day. I think clear out that way might be the north end of Dead Horse Point. And there's just a couple of little buttes sticking up. Those might be the Monitor and the Merrimack buttes. Hard to know. Let's get back to some rock hounding though. Right, so you, while I was looking at the scenery, you were picking up a couple of rocks and you said these were all right in a row?
Yeah, they're just right here.
It's kind of
Up
amazing.
here at this viewpoint. Did you show the gorgeous view back over there?
I did. Oh, and look, there's, that looks like the LaSalle's just peeking up, maybe? The LaSalle's? Yeah. That the LaSalle's.
We're gonna have to
work on
Google
this.
Maps and see.
Yep.
But yeah, there's tons of so far smaller pieces of agate, which is nice. I mean, we don't need giant boulders of it at this point.
The challenge we've had is that the pieces we've found are too big to cut.
So pretty.
So we're looking for pieces that we can cut. That is pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Hold it again. Let me focus on it. There we go. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous.
Isn't it pretty? I want a bigger piece of that. It's just a shard.
So I thought this was petrified wood at first. I kind of hoped it was. But alas, it's somebody's 2x4. Oh. But next to it, there's kind of a pretty little piece of jasper, I think.
The truck is probably parked on stuff that's cool.
I'm sure it is.
Ooh.
Just all sorts of little pieces of agate here.
I like this. That's pretty nice, huh?
Wow, that is really nice. Look at the way the sun comes through that.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Really easy place to come too.
Another little piece here that's really pretty. Good grief, this red agate is so pretty.
Yeah, love it. Have you seen the stuff that's got this bumpy texture on top?
I was just looking.
There's
at
a lot
one
of
here.
that kind of stuff.
Oh, nope, I wasn't looking at that.
Like I had some on this one too, because it's got quite a bit of agate to it. This one has some of that stuff too. Kind of cool.
It's cool.
Were you going to pick up that piece? That's a nice piece. Maybe.
I was also looking at just how pretty this one was right here.
Oh, I love that color. Yeah.
It's a little thicker than I thought it was.
Yeah.
And I really like the banding on it. It's funny, this looks like it's been graded.
Yeah.
I can see some really shiny pieces here that I suspect are really gorgeous pieces of agate. Like that one right there from a distance was just glaring. It was yelling, "Come pick me up."
Oh, I love this. Wow.
Let's see what you got.
Look how dramatic this is.
Okay, let me get in focus there.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, that is really cool. That
It's
banding.
jasper with a round band of agate, I think.
Oh, that's cool. Roll it around. Interesting. Yeah,
It's
that's
so
interesting.
pretty. There's a bunch of pretty stuff here.
Yes, there is. Look at that piece right there. It's got the white on it.
Oh, yeah. That's
But
what I was
then-
talking about in the book. I think that you might have the white all around the edges. And
That is something else. You can see some of it in there.
ooh,
And then
this
as
would
we
make a
turn it
pretty
around-
pendant.
Let's see.
So just drop that. And I want to drop
wow.
that really
Look
cool.
at that.
Wouldn't that be
That's-
pretty?
Yeah, look at the detail on that.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That is something else.
And then I'll lose that one I just dropped.
That's amazing. The shine on these agate pieces. It's just so perfect today. I don't know.
It's really a good time to be here.
It's amazing.
We weren't sure with the weather how great it would be, but this has been really nice.
Yeah, here's another one that just had that white. All that it showed was the white, but
Look at the colors of that.
oh, that's the.
Oh, I want a bigger piece of that. That is
That's-
amazing.
Let me zoom in on that and
Isn't that just stunning?
I am still not able to get that. There we go.
This black one, which is really cool. But then I saw this one. Can you see it?
Let's see what it is.
Oh, I love it. Look at it. Here, I'm going to get it a little bit wet. Is that stunning? So you can
Let's see
see
if I can get it in there a little more.
there's the agate band, and you got the red and the yellow. See how it cleans up. Oh, it's so pretty. That might be my favorite one. And it's thick enough I could actually do something with it. And that black almost looks like it has a jasper star in the middle, doesn't it?
That's a great way of describing it.
Those are
Jasper star.
amazing.
Those are really cool. Yeah, I want to hold that one up to the sun if I can, see if we can get some. That is really spectacular.
It's just gorgeous. Isn't that pretty?
Oh my gosh. This is unreal.
Oh,
This
it's
is pretty cool. Do you ever feel guilty? Like, do you ever feel sorry for the guys on the Yellowstone that have to hunt and hunt and hunt to find a piece of agate? And we have to hunt and hunt and hunt and decide which one we keep.
I know.
Sometimes it's hard to believe how crazy it is, like the amount of agate
There's so
we
much.
find here.
Oh,
Like,
probably threw that down.
yeah, we probably did because I mean, look at it. It's a cool piece of agate, but
But the shape would be hard to work with, probably.
well, I don't know. It's a pretty cool piece of agate.
It is.
And it's just, I mean, it's all over. I think the right word is it's ubiquitous.
Yeah.
Like just like, for example, right here, this is my hammer. We're just at a random place. And how many pieces are just right here? like right where I can reach. That's a piece that's pretty cool. If we were to hold that one up to the light, that one's pretty cool.
This is a pretty piece right here.
This is a pretty piece right there. I mean, there's just 10 decent pieces in here. It's crazy. And they're the obvious ones. There's a couple of pieces of jasper right there that look pretty cool.
I love the combination of the jasper with the
Let's see.
the
Let's
agate
put
too.
that up to the sun and take a look at it. Oh, look at that.
Isn't it cool?
Let me zoom in on that and show how pretty that is. Oh, gorgeous.
Yeah, the jasper here just makes it even more dramatic. I love it.
Here's another piece that I quite like.
And there's bigger
Sure
pieces
that
of rock around. There's not just the small pieces. We just don't want to have to try to cut a bunch of big pieces. I haven't seen anything terribly big.
It's amazing, like just these pieces, they have this white shell on it, but you can see that corner where the light's coming through, and you can see the red banding. It's so amazing. And just these are just the ones I picked up just in that little spot. That one's another pretty one. You can see those big red dots in there and the translucence of the agate. Not sure we'll be able to do anything with that one. Let's see, I think there were 2 more we picked up in that little spot. Can't get that to focus in. There we go. That one, we'll give that one another chance to be found. I am going to do just a little bit of panoramic here and just show how crazy beautiful this place is. To come find a few rocks. Looking over at the San Rafael Swell now. What would you tell people who are enjoying this amazing scenery?
Okay, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Houston, we have a problem. A little bit stuck in the mud right now. Hopefully we can get out.
So Stephanie saw a bird, so we had to stop and take a picture of it, look at it. But it wasn't really a bird she saw. As soon as she got a little better look, she saw there's a little cottontail. You can see it right there. Isn't that amazing?
I love it. He's got a nice little